So a lot of people say, well, what about tap water, Simon? What about drinking tap water? Is that good for me? Well, it is. It's certainly better than some of the alternatives out there, like soft drinks and things like that. However, it is also important to understand that tap water isn't what it is cracked up to be. There is found to be up to 2,000 chemicals and substances found in our municipal waters at different times, which is a huge amount. But why is that? Well, the reason for that is water picks up everything. It is something that it just attaches itself to all these different oils and chemicals and pesticides and herbicides and contaminants and minerals, and as it goes from the cloud all the way down into our waterways, through our pipes, then out, it picks up everything and it harbours it in the water. And so when it comes to us and drinking out of it, there can be up to 2,000 chemicals, as I said, in our water, which is a huge amount. And what sort of chemicals are they? Well, there's herbicides, there's pesticides, there's hormones, there's which is basically from our farmlands, and they are very carcinogenic. There's inorganic material that plants love. There are soaps and things like that we've been used, but they also have a huge impact on our body. There's just so many different chemicals that can be picked up. Then there's also parasites and bacteria and all those things, and other things like chlorine is in our water as well. Now that's really important, chlorine in our water. We need to have chlorine because, as we know, there was a Giardia outbreak many years ago, and that is a bacteria that creates a lot of community problems if it was spread through our waterways. So we need chlorine to kill those bacteria. However, the thing about chlorine is that it doesn't only kill the bad bacteria that's in the water, but it will kill the good bacteria in your gut. And it will also have other impacts as well. It will stop absorption of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E into your system. It has other carcinogenic effects as well, as does the chemical fluoride, which everyone thinks is really good for your teeth. But in Europe, no chlorine, no fluoride is in any of the waterways, because they understand the consequences of those chemicals in our water. So while they can have some benefits, particularly chlorine, the flip side of that is that our good bacteria in our gut is actually also killed by the chlorine that we're drinking. Plus, it also tastes really bad, tastes quite metallic. And so a lot of people don't like drinking tap water because of the taste of chlorine on their mouth. So it's really important for us when it comes to drinking water, and if we want to drink more water, to also understand what is in our waterways. And just to finish off, why is it important to have pure water? Well, what happens is all these toxins that are caught up in the water actually get dumped into our bodies as well. So some of the inorganic material, some of the pesticides, some of the herbicides that are actually caught up in that water actually can be dumped into our system, because our body's got to get rid of them, because it wants the water molecule, it doesn't want all those other molecules. So they can actually become poisons in our own system. So to prevent that dumping, it's better to purify your water or have a filtration system that actually does that. So what's the benefit of purified water? Well, it hydrates you better. It actually helps with transportation of chemicals across your system. As I said, vitamin A, vitamin C, some of the minerals, some of the other things. We require water for every single chemical reaction in our body. So therefore, having pure water where there is no burden on the system, where the body doesn't have to work against some of those chemicals, and actually helps with our internal gut flora as well, is very beneficial for our health. And if we increase our drinking of water, then we also need to consider what type of water that we are drinking. So I hope this has been really helpful information for you. I will follow this up with another vlog around filtration and what is out there about filtering, because there's so many different things, and what's good and what's bad and what should we do. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Look, stay hydrated. It is a foundational key to you staying healthy and being well. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you again. Cheers.